And today we've got some very, very, very juicy topics. I have three very, very, very grown men. One with the silver fox beard, of course. And then some two very interesting people as well. Right, so we have two MCs. Two very, very, very interesting MCs and one lecturer. So, please, gentlemen, can you introduce yourselves to us?
You know, the way he said three gentlemen, one with a silver fox beard. Then he said two MCs and one lecturer. Everybody would think the lecturer is the silver beard.
I mean, everyone really is a lecturer when you think about it, right? No, so honestly, I mean, very, very, very thank you for coming to join us on this very, very interesting men's takeover. Of course, we had the Who Won the World girls, but men run it, right?
Don't worry about the girls. They think they run the world.
They always think
but we did. It be we did.
Oh, thank you very, very much. Thank you also for those who are listening as well. This is Keeping It Real. Still the same show, but of course with very, very, very vibrato voices today to take over very, very interesting topics. So without further ado, we're going to introduce ourselves and then we'll get to work.
Okay.
So let's start with you, Mr. Silver Fox.
Oh, really? Why you putting me on the spot?
Oh, just give us your name and rundown. Come on.
You can call me Man with a Mic. Like you said before, I'm an event MC. I'm a communication specialist and radio, TV personality. I think I'm an actor. I'm trying to do a whole lot. Yeah. I'm trying to do a lot of things, but we did.
Perfect. And we have Daniel the MC.
Yeah, bro. Yes, sir.
Why that?
Charlie, as we they do masters where we know they get money. No, we say no. We for do more things like this one.
If I do more things, go there on top.
I mean, go search Dutch passport. Forget the masters.
If I do more things. So my name is Daniel, the MC on Instagram. I'm an expert when it comes to traditional ceremonies, which is what we call chiami for engagements in Ghana. So once you use my service, your marriage, you don't face divorce. I have done that for a long time.
Well, it's good we have you here because we have some very interesting divorce stories.
Exactly. And then marketing and public relations.
Perfect.
So we are good.
Thank you very much. And we have finally, with us God Aful. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, that's right. God Afu, yeah.
God Afu. Okay.
Great
Thank
job.
you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm a lecturer basically, and memory trainer and author. And basically, I don't usually like to introduce myself. Usually, when you blow your trumpet, it doesn't sound nice. That's
everybody has to blow the trumpet at least. Come on.
But I have to do it this time around, though. I teach project management. I also train the brain. So I've started talking about dementia. These days it's actually affecting people even in the 30s, 40s. So it's about time we started talking about it. People should be aware. So I train people and teach them how to prevent it, and also train the mind to help people how to become intelligent.
Train the mind.
For me,
like
everybody's intelligent. Yes. So there are techniques you can basically use to become intelligent. So that's what I've started talking about. Spreading the good news, good tidings. Everybody needs to know. Everybody can become intelligent.
I love that. It looks like he's going to give us the technical analysis of a lot of these scenarios. So stay tuned. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us. How's your week been so far? I mean, it's just, 2 days in, but how's it
mine has been good. A lot of bookings. Like tomorrow, I'm doing 2 events in the morning. So I'm still one side just cashing out.
Guys say it's cashing out.
I mean, no confuse.
Understand?
No confuse.
I'm gonna overheat tight.
Make we see what's
Hello,
up.
E-Levy.
No, I don't mind the title you give it.
And you guys, how's your day been?
My week has started out eventful. I shouldn't be saying it. I have a new baby.
Is she fine?
You didn't hear. You didn't hear. Oh yeah, she fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said baby. I said yeah, not.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
These boys.
No, I thought he had,
who just drops,
I
just
thought
had a
he
baby?
has just been appointed as a sugar daddy.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
With the beard. So I was
Look
like,
at
why
this.
is he done
Look
like
at these people.
Yeah.
I mean, look at you, of course. I mean, I just assumed you know,
Yeah.
another one on the way.
I beg. Your name sounds like God. I beg, deliver these two for me. No, so yeah, that's what has happened, and it comes with all these a lot of stresses. So I'm calming all those stresses down so I can get back to my groove. But on Saturday I have an event, but we'll talk about it when we get to the end of the show.
But that does that mean that you don't have a television at home to entertain you? So every day, so
What has that got to do with TV?
because if you have a baby at this,
The people they get 10 TV sets, they do that.
they say so that's a natural entertainment.
I'm just standing here. I'm just sitting here watching you guys debate over something I know nothing about. I'm an innocent guy, innocent virgin. So
Yeah.
of course, man. I don't know.
I beg,
what
don't
this
make me
means.
laugh in capital letters.
Oh. Okay.
A virgin with a
Moving on.
bone straight.
Moving on. They say
get
this
bone
guy
straight.
tries to get me into trouble. Moving on. Okay, so today we have some very interesting topics here. We have
Did you ask him his week?
Well, it's
You need to train him for memory code.
Memory.
do you know what? I was going to get to that. So this was just leading up to showcasing
sorry.
the need for his services.
Akwewu Yesha.
That's
No, it
smart.
is. So before I was, now
that's
that I've
fine.
been
I'll
really
keep
interrupted,
it
now I'll
brief,
come
yeah.
back to you. Please tell me, how has your week been and how can you obviously make my memory be impeccable?
Yeah, it's been good. So my MCs, they have shows coming up. Also have a session coming up. They've got shows. I've got sessions.
So those are more important.
Both,
not really. Session boys, they play band.
So yeah, it's been good. Friday, I'm doing memory training. It's a global memory training seminar.
Okay.
So it's coming off Friday and Saturday. So it's been good.
Wow.
And like you said about how you could train the mind, it's quite easy.
Just like that?
The mind is like a muscle. You see your muscles, so yeah.
For me.
Yeah, because you see your muscles. Yeah, so the mind is like a muscle.
Okay.
So it's trainable. If you keep training, it will become muscular, become stronger. So there are things you basically do. Maybe at the tail end, I'll walk you through some of the things you could do.
Please.
But there's a small hack for you. If you want to rewire your brain, start brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand.
Okay.
So if you are right-handed, brush your teeth with your left hand. If you are left-handed, brush your teeth with your right hand. It instantly would elevate your mood.
Oh, really?
So
that.
you can rewire your brain every blessed day.
Interesting.
Wow.
So you can try it today.
I did something some time back that is stuck with me now. I'm right-handed. I watched a lady eating with her left hand and I was like, it just fascinated me. And I was staring and she was like, oh, well, you're staring. I was like, I'm admiring. She was like, if you like it so much, why don't you try it? Yeah. This was like 12 years ago and I started eating with my left hand. Now by default, when you hand me rice and a fork, I'll eat with my left hand. And people watch me and they go, oh, I didn't know you were left-handed. I'm like, I'm not left-handed. I'm just stuck.
Now, did that improve your memory?
It's
possible.
There's a science bit to that. You have left brain and the right brain. The left brain controls the right side of the body. Right brain controls the left side of the body. So if you are right-handed, you keep training the left side more at the expense of the right. So you need to start doing things with the opposite to train the other brain. So what you did was training the other bit of the brain. And when both are well trained, you improve the mind, it gets stronger, So
Ain't I'm being sad now.
Well, you know what? Let's test this wabbing. So wabbing. So obviously we have two very interesting stories today. Right? Now the first one, we're talking about a husband who is no longer sexually attracted to his wife, to his woman.
Papa, we know how from.
So we have a scenario here, and it would be nice to have someone's voice read this for me. Who's volunteering? Perfect.
The communicator.
Give the other one to the other MC, I beg. Okay, so this is a story.
Okay.
I did my traditional marriage last year, and we're about to prepare for a wedding after a year. only for my husband to tell me he's no longer sexually attracted to me. We dated for 7 years. We aren't living together yet because we haven't wedded according to my church. No, we aren't living together yet because we haven't wedded according to my church. But that doesn't mean we haven't slept together. He said similar things when we were preparing for traditional marriage, although not exactly, and it hurt me badly. We resolved it then. He has come again with hurtful words now that we are preparing for a wedding. And the problem is that I have told him to let me go because marriage is a long journey and I can't live with a man I'm not sexually attracted to. But he refused, saying that he loves me. What should I do? Okay, I have a few questions first. She sounded like he is no longer attracted to her.
Sexually.
Then at the end, she says she is not attracted to him. So which one is it?
Okay, so obviously, from what I understand on this thing is he's not sexually attracted to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And based on his actions of that expression of his unattractiveness, she obviously is put off by that whole thing. So she's thinking, okay, if you're not attracted to me in this 7 years sexually and you're behaving this way, you know, how can we even be together forever? You know, that's what marriage is, right? So
You see, there are a few, in my opinion, there are a few red flags.
tell me.
Hand me the story again. Let me.
Sorry, is this red flags from her or from him?
Both. Let me point out a few red flags that I identify.
Okay.
To start off, they did a traditional marriage a year ago.
They dated for 7 years.
7 years.
In fact, let's go to dating for 7 years.
Is it a doctorate? A doctorate?
It's a Dutch passport.
The Dutch passport. Oh, okay.
In my opinion, dating for 7 years is a problem.
Yeah.
7 years without marrying, is that?
Yes,
is that,
as in dating for 7 years before you think of marrying.
it's a problem.
They for 7 years before they got into
Before
the
they did the
traditional
traditional
Yeah.
marriage.
Okay.
And that has been for a year, right?
Yeah.
Before the wedding. Okay, this is my opinion. Dating for 7 years is a problem
Why?
because, like she said, her church says they are not married, but doesn't mean they haven't slept together. The sleeping together, was that in the 1 year after the traditional marriage or before?
I think we're going to assume within the 7 years they've slept with each
Good.
other.
So this is the thing. You literally have access to the whole bank, right?
Yeah.
All the benefits that come with marriage. You've had access to it for 7 years.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he lose interest in it? That's one. Hold
Okay.
on. That's one. Two, you did the traditional marriage last year. If you did the traditional marriage last year, in my opinion, you are married. The church one, and this might have a lot of the church people coming at me.
Yeah.
Traditional marriage is marriage. It is legally recognized. In the Bible, marriage is between families, not at church.
Yeah.
So if the families have sat and they've had a traditional marriage, they are married. Don't tell them they are not married till they've done the white wedding. Who brought the concept of a white wedding? If they did the traditional and went to a district assembly and signed, they are married. Whether it was the judicial signing or the registering the traditional marriage, they are married. So they should be able to live their life. If they had done this a year ago, they wouldn't be having this conversation again.
Yeah.
They had a hurtful conversation before the traditional marriage. Now, a year down, they are having another hurtful conversation. It could have been one conversation, now it's two. So now she's having second thoughts. That's why she's not attracted to him anymore,
Okay.
right? So these are a few red flags.
Let's bring it back to the sexual. The obviously he's not sexually attracted to her aspect. I mean, if you can maybe give in your input, like what would make a man no longer be sexually attracted to his woman?
Too many things. Just before I go there, if you've dated for 7 years, what are you looking for? You have done aeroplane, wheelbarrow, acrobatics.
Okay, so are you assuming that they've done all of the different experimentations?
7
within that
years?
period?
Why not?
I know a lot of people that have been very, very vanilla.
Let me tell you,
For 7 years.
today's relationship, today's relationship, once you take a lady's number, the next day her mother has swallowed the fridge.
Whoa.
She will call you to pay registration fee. So 7 years, you can imagine how far they have gone. What are they going to do in a marriage? Are they going to break the 8?
Maybe. That could be the new.
After 7 years.
Bars.
Of course.
Anyway.
4 more.
Anyway.
To do more.
You see, we men, sometimes if there is something you want to do, whether you want to follow church law or church policy or whatever it is, force us in diplomatically to do it. If we don't do it after some time, you begin to get these things. Yes. You begin to get some of these things.
Could it be that he was not enjoying his sexual experience with his woman?
It's very possible.
You know what I mean? Because
but if you're not
I don't
enjoying,
think the number of years can take away from your desires. It
if
could
you're
be
not enjoying,
doing enough excitement.
If you're not enjoying, at least communicate it. Communicate it. Sometimes because you have not made us to do the right thing by letting us live together after, and you're following church and all the other policies and all that, I have found somebody else I want to push you away.
Somebody open the eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
And men don't like fruits. They like fruit salad. So this marriage by church is worrying a lot of men.
Hey, Charlie.
These bars are strong, man.
Yes. They like fruit salad. You ask Sofo if I'm lying.
Is he lying?
Who be the suffer?
Oh, but if somebody he's man on the mic, wait, they hear they cancel us for marriage matter. For the moment you be the Sofo.
Yeah. So is he right?
I beg. Wow.
When you day after you have the baby cry, actually they walk road top. Some people know they admire you.
One of the things I never be a suffer. So I beg that one there.
You know what? We don't have a software, but we have the next best thing.
God.
Lecturer.
No, we have God.
We have God himself.
We have God, yeah.
God himself.
We have God.
So please tell us, enlighten us. What do you think it is possible to lose sexual vim with your woman because of the time frame, or is there something else in there? Is there memory loss in there somewhere?
The show is keeping it real.
Yeah.
You know, the truth is, like we talked about, now they've dated for 7 years. They've done everything, you know. So familiarity breeds contempt. So that could happen. So at some point, novelty will wear off. You know, so it's normal. It happens to everybody. Yeah. You know, it happens to everybody. You know, once you are married, it gets to a time where you may not love sex, you know, that much. But at
with
some
them,
point,
with
the
your
partner,
spouse,
with your spouse,
with your spouse,
with your spouse,
yes, because of familiarity.
Familiarity, okay.
And at some point, you being a man, you identify the problem and you rekindle the relationship, you know, and you bring it back.
How would you do that?
That's what makes you a man.
How would you rekindle the relationship?
There are a lot of things. When it comes, it's a mind thing, you know, because you've been doing it with that woman your wife for a very long time. You know, it has become normal to you. So, you know, the part of the brain sees it to be that normal. So a man might think that he's not even sexually strong anymore, you know, but when he finds a different woman, you know, he gets it, and you know, he still finds a way to, you know, get it up.
Because the Bible says stolen meat is always sweet.
Yes, so it's because it's a different thing, you know, it's a different environment for the man.
Right.
You know, so the mind sees it to be something different. So what you do is to find a way to, it's called emotional intelligence. How do you man your emotions? What are some of the things you do? You know, so you need to bring variety in it.
So what are the specific things, keeping it real, that you do? What would you do in that situation?
You do different things. So the problem might be with the woman, or also it could be with the man. So we need to do that assessment. Where is it coming from? Is it the woman? When before that, what was she doing? Probably she stopped. You know, so the whole environment has changed. How is she dressing, the presentation, you know, what she does before sex. So before, during, and even after, you know. So maybe, and you know, women, before the marriage, they do different things. Adventure, they're more of adventurous.
God bless you.
But when they are married,
then expectations come into play.
They relax, you know. So she needs to do that self-reflection. What has changed? Have I changed? You know, what was I doing to basically satisfy the man? Am I doing the same thing? If I've changed, I need to go back to that. You know, another thing is the man could have also found somebody else. You know, so now comparison has actually come in. You know, he's gone somewhere else and he's getting different things, you know, and all that. Now he's not getting the same thing in there. You know, sex is it's basically about doing different things. If you keep doing the same thing, it gets boring.
Okay.
You know, like I said, the mind loves different things. You know, so that's how come whenever you see a unique thing, your mind can remember You know, if somebody's wearing white here, you know, and all of us are wearing black, the mind will basically remember the white more because it's unique. So you always need to bring in something different. So that is something that we do intentionally. You know, so for your sex life to grow, you need to be intentional about it. All the time, you need to bring in different things in there, change the environment. So some spouses will basically, you know, travel.
Yeah.
You know, the environment should change.
Yeah.
You know, they travel, you know, women could dress differently, you know.
So the lingerie.
Yes, these
Right.
things.
So
you know.
like looking.
Yeah, so you need to change things and you need to read. There are, you know, everything.
Knowledge
about
is power.
Yes, so knowledge is power. You know, and knowledge about sex life is real power. You know, so you need to read, know these things, and bring.
So get the head game right.
Yes, of course, and
Really? Get a word.
And-
Knowledge, right?
Get a word.
The head game right.
yeah, but yeah, so you
It's
do
okay,
different
continue.
things, you know. But the thing is, I also need to sign a word of caution here.
Okay.
You know, doing different things, you might go two-way extreme.
And
know,
you
so
can't get the man back from that.
Yes, yeah. So you need to be very careful as you do this. You know, so do what you think. So in the light of morals, do some of these things, but bring in changes.
Have limits.
Yes, you have your limit. You
Okay.
know. So, but bottom line is you need to keep doing different things and try to win your money.
You mentioned, obviously, since we're on keeping it real, I have to ask, have you ever been in a situation where you've fallen out of sexual attraction with a woman you're with?
So
Would you stay in that situation?
I dated my wife for 6 years.
Okay. Just a year under 7.
Yeah, just a year. For 6 years.
That's masters.
Because
Masters.
I was going through a divorce that was not done yet.
Okay.
It took a long time. So yeah. But then something I told her was, don't become a wife so quickly.
Oh.
Why?
Hey, today we're hearing bars, you know. Okay.
Don't become a wife too quickly. What happens with a lot of couples when they are doing jolly, everything is different. There's a lot of excitement. They are trying. They are willing to try. Then they become wife, and everything changes. They stop trying to. They stop making the effort to look good, to look appealing, to get his attention, because they got a ring. They are done.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, when you date for, which is why I said that 7 years was too long. When you date for so long, what happens is you start to assume certain roles or titles. The ring is not on your finger yet, but obviously, families know each other. Everybody knows, oh, these people are going to get married. It's just taking a while. So then you start behaving like a wife, right? Where, will you come to my place? Charlie, attire, forget. Okay, you will go in there. Then Thomas Sinebo,
Yeah.
he's talking about lingerie. Thomas Sinebo. Will you sleep over? I don't know. Me, I think I'm going home. I'm going to my father's house. Here be what? Bush inside. That kind of thing. So you start assuming certain roles too quickly, and then he starts losing interest, or you start driving him away. Now, something wives do is ask all the questions. Where are you? What are you doing there? Who are you there with? When, for most men, not all men, caveat, for most men, when you start doing that, you start upsetting them. But when they are husbands, they don't get anywhere they go. They just have to keep quiet and swallow it. When they are boyfriends, they feel like they still have options. So when you start doing those things, oh, this girl, Kashi, they worry too much. Charlie, today I go day here with the boys. There's some girl day there. Today I go day here with the boys. There's some different girl go day there. It brings issues. In my opinion, don't date 7 years. Date max 3 years. You can't tell me there's something in the 3 years that you haven't seen that you will see in 7 years.
I mean, look, we've drawn on obviously what women might be doing. Let's talk about the men, right? Are there certain things that men...
I have not given my opinion to that.
I'm coming to you, Seth. You're the one that's going to answer this question. Yeah? Damn, two boy.
Yo, Martin.
On your train home.
Patience is why they are not doing the thing when they are wearing headscarf and no lingerie, because we don't have patience for them. But no, here's the question: is there something that men might be doing or not doing that doesn't promote or push a woman to feel like she can do that kind of stuff? So, for example, you know, a wife can also still adopt a certain mentality that can be very sensual, that can be very sexually focused, depending on how maybe the man might be behaving. Is that something that men could be doing more of to promote that, to encourage it?
You know, for most men or for some men, when you go through this very long dating stuff, years on, we ourselves, we give up because, you know, there is no campaign after elections.
Yeah, Pim.
So we're no longer chasing.
Yes, so we don't put much effort inside. And you know that whatever vibe you put in a woman, she gives you double of that vibe. So once we begin to lower our game, they find it hard to give us more. Sometimes what my brother was saying concerning the calls, when they call you too often, it doesn't mean manipulative, but it's a way of showing concern and love. That where is my man? The little I can bring. Because most times we ask them, what are you bringing to the table? That is the wood they started, the table they started knocking.
Right.
So that for you to see that they are doing something, you know. So basically, that's how it is.
Okay.
So let's try our best that even after the relationship, we've gotten what we want. If a man finds a crush today, he begins to tell her, when I look into your eyes, I see paradise, your skin is as smooth as eggshell, mouth-to-mouth evangelism. Kiss, no.
Yeah.
So many things.
Ede.
But
Ede evangelism.
mouth-to-mouth.
Not door to door.
Ghetto boys no friend in Tosio Froy. Kissing, no.
Hey.
So when you're doing all these things, then after some time you begin to calm your energy down. When you calm down, they also calm down. They don't want, Ghanaian girls sometimes don't want to be seen as bad girls.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you give them that
what do they
vibe,
want to be seen as?
good girls.
Hey.
Still?
Yes,
Yeah.
mission house
That's still a
person.
thing.
That see, I had this conversation somewhere about body count, and the girl was like, she's not doing stuff. She's come across several men that she would like to bed,
Okay.
but she didn't because she's trying to keep her body count low. And I told her that I put it to you that your body count is high, but on the face of the pink sheet, you are keeping it low.
Okay.
You have done stuff. But when anybody asks you, you tell us like 2 or 3. It won't go above 4. Because we still have this notion that, oh, she's only slept with one person, it means she's a good girl. But the example I gave them was, if somebody dated 5 men in 10 years, and let's say all the men were bad men, so they got the action once, twice, and then they walked out of the relationship. That's only 10 games, right?
Yeah.
With 5 men. Somebody dates one girl for 3 years and they are at it every week. That's 52 times 3.
I don't know, but that's more about number of times with the same person.
Yeah,
right?
it's a,
Yes.
As opposed to
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's, for lack of a better way to put it, that device
Yeah.
that has seen 152 games, that stadium that has seen 152 games, and the one that has seen 10 games, which one is a newer game and a newer stadium?
A newer stadium.
Yes. Which one is a more intact
Depends.
stadium?
If the stadium's been maintained,
I beg.
then you know,
I beg.
I think the one that has a
No, but
different
you see,
thing.
that's what I'm saying. That so if we take away some of these notions, it will change the dynamics. Now, talking about what men should be doing or what the men, sometimes our ego is part of the problem.
big time.
So when a man goes to his spouse or his girlfriend and says, "Oh, let's do this style," the girl doesn't say,
Wait. Let's do this style.
this position, this new sex style, this new sex
Okay.
position. The girl, okay, try it. Hey, this one, where did you go and learn? Hey, you too. That's all of it too. When the girl brings a new style, the question is not, oh, how did you learn it? The question is, which man taught you this?
Right.
Who did you go to that you have gone to learn this?
So-
and you mess up
So
the
for
relationship?
me, what should happen? It's a collective thing. You know, so if we want to improve our sex life, we
Learn
do it
together.
together.
Right.
You know, so when we learn, you know, there are sites we could read together, we could buy a book, read it together, then we try out. You know, we take out these ones because the thing is, when your woman comes to you with a different style,
Oh wait, but
you know, you are likely to ask.
yes,
You know, and in your mind,
I don't ask.
but in your mind, you might think, you know, negative.
I get it. I get it.
Why would
You
we
are-
think
you are
negative? I
understand-
said ego,
I
right?
get it. I get it. But same way you can read a book or read a website, she can read a book and read a website. Okay. So, oh wow, Charlie, this style no bad, oh. This one to where you go see for, right? If you are the one who asks honest questions, she'll tell you, oh, so I was on Google this morning and I saw this article and I read it. It took me to this site.
So what I'm trying to say is,
she can share.
Yeah, so that's good. But you need to share.
Yes, but for most men,
because it shouldn't be just you.
Yes, but for most men, they won't even get to that point. Their first point is, which man has taught you this when?
Yeah, so,
and they mess it up before they even get to.
So what I'm saying is a communication problem. So I want to try something new. I've read something. You know, it would be better for you to share with your spouse, you know, before you try it out. I read this one. Could you read it? Can we try it tonight? You know, it even sparks up everything. You know, it makes it more exciting. You know, so it would be better for you to share, to take that one away.
Okay.
You know, than to just come in. Oh, but what I'm saying, I'm talking from the mind point of view.
Yeah.
You know, it's for not everybody, but the average person is likely to start thinking negative.
Okay. Now, so let's move on to the next topic. So we don't lose time on that. So that was a very interesting one. So the next one was about an accidental divorce. I mean, if that's even
what's an accidental divorce?
Well, we're about to read that thing here. It's going to feel very interesting. I mean, Daniel the MC, I think I'm going to have you read this one for me. So, basically the topic is, I didn't mean to divorce my wife. It was only to teach her a lesson. Yeah. So I'm going to pass this over to you. Take it away.
Only to teach her a lesson.
Imagine.
Okay, so I sent my wife packing last month, and instead of her to go to her parents' house, she went to stay at a friend's place. I heard that she just rented her own apartment. I was hoping for her to come and beg with her parents, but nothing. I was worried, so I called her parents to find out what's happening, and they rather said I should finalize the divorce fast.
Oh, you are.
They asked for the account number to send the bride price into.
Wow. Real quick.
I am confused. Because when they sent...
The family know they play.
Make it finish.
I'm confused because when they sent my sister packing, we went to beg and settle with the husband. I don't mean to divorce her. I just wanted to teach her her lesson. Will I sound stupid if I ask her to come back? Because this was not the plan.
Before we go on to that, I have to ask, the friend that she went to go and live with, was it male or female?
Yeah, wasn't stated in there, but we could.
I think because of how quickly they were prepared to move on. Was it male or female? You think so?
Assume, yeah.
I will assume it's a female.
Yeah.
One,
okay.
Two. Does it matter?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because if it's a male,
you see,
if it's a male, it could be the replacement, right?
Hold on. You kicked it out. That can't say usum abrewa, baby okoto enfao.
Okay.
When you shove an old lady, you don't care where she falls. That's why you shoved her in the first place.
Right.
So when you kicked her out of your house, why did you care where she went? One, two. Even if she went to a guy. You see, when you said they sent them, when you said they sent the money back, you said Ombo BBD.
Oh yeah.
Right? That means that if she doesn't have personal money, her family has enough money to rent her a house.
Yeah.
That's why they rented her a house.
Okay.
So this maybe male friend didn't necessarily rent her a house.
Gotcha.
If this maybe male friend is the one that rented her the house, I would say maybe he's her replacement. Right? But she moved to the friend temporarily and then rented her own house. That means that she probably had a certain plan in her mind before you decided to teach her a lesson. Now, the more important bit for me, what lesson were you trying to teach?
And do you know what? Speaking of lesson, we have a lecturer here.
You can teach
please,
us.
Can you please take us through the mind of this man as to what he might have been trying to prove? I mean, irrespective
he's
of whether...
obviously been training his right or left mind without the other side.
Exactly. Irrespective of whether it was right or wrong, what was his rationale, do you think?
I think in the first place, he got it wrong, you know. So for me, if you even want to test, you don't test in marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You test when you are not in the marriage, so it should happen before the marriage. Marriage for me is not a test. It's not a contest where you test. It's everything is about communication, So when you do that, it doesn't work. Then probably you guys could go, your separate ways. So for me, it was a wrong decision, to test somebody.
But why did he think why may he have thought it would have been the right decision?
So he's thinking, maybe the girl...
Based on experience,
yeah.
When his sister was kicked out of her marital home, they went to beg.
So tit for tat.
Yeah.
So to them, that is the norm.
That's what
when your
happens.
husband kicks you out, your family
he's
comes
seen
to
it. He's
beg.
seen it before. There's something called the law of the picture. We do what we see. So I've seen this before. It worked. So I'm thinking if I do the same thing, it should work for me. But
backfire.
Everything, like we say, every project is unique. So your project is also unique. So don't think what worked for project A will work for your project. So he got it wrong. And now he's in a big fix now, in a big mess now. I don't think so. Based on the story, she's not coming back. She's gone now.
Yeah.
You see that.
Okay, go.
Something else. Why would you want to treat somebody's daughter like that?
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Why are you? How is she supposed to feel comfortable as your wife if you will be threatening her like this?
It sounds like the same man who was no longer sexually attracted.
Why would you be? You guys are supposed to be in the marriage for the long haul. If you threaten me 1, threaten me 2, threaten me 3, maybe the first earlier threats were not there. Get out, get out, get out. It was, we are major. You said it one. She took it as what they say is accident, incident, coincident.
Okay.
The first one is an accident. The second one is an incident. The third one cannot be a coincidence.
Okay.
It means there's a reason for it. Yeah. If you do it to her 3 times, she starts planning for herself. The next time you say that, she goes, the next time she goes, she's not coming back. Because she sees that this guy, if I slack, one day he'll put me out on the street with nothing. So she starts looking for a backup plan. And women can backup plan.
Can back up the backup.
They can have a backup plan to the backup plan of the backup plan. So, like he said, it's not in the marriage that you're going to do, I'm teaching her lesson, I'm testing her. You go do your, I go worry you. Something, you do your.
Daniel, the MC.
Yes, bro.
Is he stupid if he asks her to come back? Should he even ask her to come back?
Think of the good old days.
I can't drop my talking point.
Come again?
Think of the good old days. Because Adiano, if he's not worried, he wouldn't have spent money to buy writing pad and write the letter.
No, but they're offering to pay the money back. See, this is not even. I'm assuming the bride price is a lot because they didn't offer Momo. I'm guessing there's money limits. I mean, so
EFT matter.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay the levy and all that kind of stuff. So they're saying, send me your bank account details, and we'll send you the money immediately. So they're gonna pricing all the goats, the cows, the yam tubers, everything that they added in the traditional marriage. They've monetized,
quantified it,
and they say, here you go, boy, Charlie. You know what? Lost trade. And to be honest, I think also to the parents, when your kids get married, and you start to think, oh, was it a good idea for them to be in that family? So the whole time as well, they're having that argument or the conversation, like you were saying. They're thinking, Charlie Minya cry.
So you feel God has answered.
Yeah, now the chance has come for you to return back to sender, and it's straight in. Yeah, you know what I mean?
On the side of the gentleman, as you said, should he go back? He should just check if it is good for him. Yes, check.
Offering to give him a check.
No,
for her.
No. As a gentleman, as a gentleman, you are asking that should he go back?
Yeah.
And I say he should do his self-check.
Okay.
Maybe self-examination, self-analysis. Okay. When Amma was with me, A, B, C, D. These are the projects we have done together. These are the ideas we have done together. These are the good times we have done together. What is causing this problem? It is my threat to her and how I communicate to her.
It is my foolishness.
It's my foolishness.
It is a foolishness.
And the negative things I have said to her that have gone to the extent of motivating her to not give up this time around. What will you do next? Go there and find a way. It's your baby. Find a way and apologize. And make sure that when you are going to apologize, you don't repeat it again.
But how do you get past the family? Because they've also made up their mind.
So,
no.
in my opinion, don't go to the girl first.
The family.
The yawa you do for them, is big. Go and convince the parents who want to send you your bride price back.
You know what I mean?
If you can convince the parents, not to send back the bride price, they will talk to their daughter.
Yeah, but I beg to differ. I think you need to go to the woman first.
Because she's going to live in the marriage.
Yeah, obviously. She has to make the decision.
She married you.
You need to get her heart first.
She married you before. She married you before. So she obviously at least liked you then, right? She at least liked you then. So if it is possible, she will come back. But something that I learned sometime, when you have a spat with your spouse, don't go telling people, especially your family members.
Yeah.
If you see negatives about your spouse, don't go telling your family members, because after she has managed to correct those errors, your family members still have it on record. They have very good memory. They've trained their brain. So they still remember all the things you said about her or him.
Yes.
So in this case, whatever he was doing to her that led to this threat,
They already know.
the parents already know. No matter what you tell her, she will go and tell her parents. She would have to go and tell them, oh, don't send the bride price back.
They'll be like, he hasn't sent the bank account details yet.
So go sort them out.
Yeah.
If you go there and it doesn't work, you know you have yawa. Go there, go and apologize for disrespecting them in the first place. And they say, okay, you have heard, we will consider you. Then go beg the woman. Because when you go beg and finish, when it come house, it be mommy and poppy where they go tell them, say, we have heard, you go and see if it will work. Right? If you haven't sorted the parents, when she comes home, her mother will say, Abna, how many times have I called you? And they go spoil them again.
No, what I'm saying is you go to her first, win their heart, then you go to the family.
Exactly.
When that happens, it becomes all easy for you. Because at the end of the day, even the family agrees and the woman doesn't agree, you still wouldn't have any wife.
You have moral support.
But you need to work with
make up
the
with
spouse
her.
first.
Yes.
Then you go to the family
with some big, beautiful gifts.
Yeah.
You see that you had. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. It will work. It will work.
It should
What would be a gift?
Oh,
big gift?
maybe she has some saloon.
Okay.
But a Rolls Royce will send a better signal. Baby, I'm sorry
Jack.
for leaving you.
Jack.
I'm sorry for leaving you in the night like that, or just leaving you out of your security and shelter.
Yeah.
I have come to take up my role again. Never will it happen again. You know how baby's doing it. I make her saw your share acrylic nails 4 inches. That's all. But after all this drama, she'll still come back and say, okay. Now say, oh baby, because of that, for your safety, I brought you a new Rolls Royce so that you could use it to, you understand? I don't want the sun to bruise your quality skin anymore. Ocean not still on your way. Just leave it. You see what will happen.
I hate
follow up.
Let's go to some.
I have a personal question.
Tell me.
Dan, are you married?
If it's a personal question.
Dan,
Are you married? While Dan is thinking about the answer.
I admire the anointing of my life.
While Dan is thinking about the answer, I want to read through some Facebook comments that we received when we asked the question. So someone mentioned, Sikar Diamond mentioned that you wanted to teach her a lesson. Well, she has learnt well.
The lesson, yes. She passed the exam, flying colors.
Even managed to get her own apartment.
Flying colors.
Another one to Mr. Issa says, bro, allow her to go and gladly send your account number to them. She isn't only the only lady on earth.
Well, that's what he thinks.
He says to cut his losses.
Yeah.
If it happened,
it comes back to the heart.
Do you think it's
if
easy?
you love her dearly,
Yeah.
then obviously you need to go back and try.
Yeah.
And
But
seeing as it was only
So the
a lesson,
test means
it means he's still the lover.
Yeah.
Of course. And another one to someone's Imechi Ezekiel says, expensive prank call. You don't take everything for cruise.
Right.
I don't think even if you ask her back that she will return. Enjoy your self-created wahala. If you sort yourself out of this, good for you.
She'll return
Even
because
when she comes back, it might not be the same.
Yeah.
You need a lot
It's
of
going to be at the back of her head.
work.
You've kicked her out.
Yes, and you need a lot of maintenance work to do.
But she'll come back because it's not easy to find another
man.
who tells you that. Tell me about yourself. That essay you wrote 8 years ago. Yeah.
But when she
again.
comes back, it won't be the same.
Hold on. Depending on who she is, we don't have too much background, so we don't know what she did that led to the threat.
No, but he said he wanted to test her.
Hold on, I come.
Right?
No, he said he wanted to teach her a lesson.
For what?
We don't exactly.
Yeah,
we don't
because
know
she did
what she
something,
did.
yeah.
What can someone do to teach you a lesson to
wait,
kick you
now.
out and then want you back?
Hold on. We don't know what she did. We don't know her negative characteristics, behavioral things that made him want to teach her a lesson. If she actually doesn't have, I can't say doesn't have any bad. She does have so many bad behavioral characteristics. This man will be shocked that she will get a boyfriend within the blink of an eye because she's that good. It was his silly ego that worried him, right? So don't say he won't get anybody. She won't get anybody. She can get somebody and not have to come back. If he wants her back, he should take his ego off and go and prostrate and beg.
No, I didn't say she won't get anybody. I said it's
you do
difficult
have a
to
caller.
get somebody and start the convo again. Like, tell me about yourself and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, there is no woman who will not get anybody, even those married. Yes, because when you walk and you see the creations of God, you can tell.
Yes, you can admire.
You can tell.
Daniel has been admiring a lot.
Well, okay, we're saying go back to the parents, right? If you were the father of this girl, and you're in this situation, you've said, okay, send me your bank details, shall I bore? Right? Why you do my daughter like that? Now he comes to you. What are you saying?
You'd have to prove to me that you won't misuse my daughter again.
Okay, we have a caller. Let's just listen to what the caller is saying.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you from?
Yeah, Nana question.
Nice to have you on the show, Nana Kwesi. Please speak your truth.
Okay, so I would have liked to say a lot about the first one, but hey, let me just stick to this one.
Please, feel free. Feel free. Both
Now,
of them.
just constitute the time that side.
Okay.
I know you are about closing. So, this is very one. You see why I keep telling my female friends and my sisters that they should make money. Keep telling, oh yes, I keep telling that money is not the best right to men. They didn't make money for men. They can also go there
For
and
everybody.
make some.
Mhm.
Do you understand? You see, when they say she rented an apartment, you see, some of you are saying that it's another man who rented it for her. So can she, will she be capable to do that
That's fair.
herself?
Mhm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
See, we the men, we've had away with a lot of nonsense because we are the ones who, most of the cases, we have a lot of the money.
Yeah.
So when it's between us and the women, we mostly have our way. But check this out. He's expecting that the woman will go back to her parents' place. Go and marry somebody like Delay. Go and marry somebody like Belamundi. Go and marry them. And say you are throwing them out. Her parents' place is an option. She will move to her mansion. And then after that, you say that you expect that she'll come back and come and beg. Charlie, let's sanitize our brain on. Regardless of whatever it is that happened. I don't think this punishment, so you couldn't talk about it. You see, so already, he was living on prejudice because of something that has happened. So, as a manual, he's just following it. Really, bro. Charlie, you lost, So, whatever it is, carry your cross and leave this girl alone. This family is not just any disoriented family, See, if he wants to do anything, I agree. You should go to the family first. You should go to the parents.
Yeah.
Because the parents will be the ones to convince this lady. See, let's look at this. In a typical Ghanaian society, it's the family that's pushing you back to the man.
Yeah.
You understand? Am I lying?
Yeah, no,
in a
it's
typical Ghanaian society, it's the family that's pushing you back to the man. But this is the case. The family is saying, Master, tell us the account. Let's forward your back money to you. And you say you want to go away. The family, the parents will not even let it happen.
So you're saying that any self-respecting family would just say no? It's just done.
They are just, you say, no cry. They should just do
God, no must go. Have the cash.
They should just, the lady know where she is. I said, this is the right price you pay. Shoot, yeah.
Oh, really? That's it. No, thank you so much for your call. I really appreciate it. So, look. I pretty much
Uber colleague. Put the money in the bag and send it.
Yeah, he's saying that. Look, you've disrespected the family. It's out. There's no more time to rethink or trying to get back together. That's it. I think I agree with him actually. So, where are we now? You are the father.
If I'm the dad,
You're the dad.
I'm the dad,
Are you doing what he's
when
the caller
he
said?
comes to me, okay, he needs to have a lecturer-approved thesis report.
Okay.
That tells me why he's not going to do this again and how he's not going to do this again.
Okay.
Because I will not approve your abusing my daughter over and over. This is a lot of stress and trauma. I'm not putting my child through that for any reason.
Daniel, the MC, final remarks on this statement. On this topic.
If I'm the gentleman, when I speak to her and she maybe is reluctant after sending that beautiful car and all that,
The Rolls Royce.
I'll go to the father. I will send the father's closest party and go and apologize to the party and narrate everything.
So you basically
he
try
can't
and buy them back?
Yes, buy them back. So that,
and final words from you.
I'll go with Daniel. Obviously, if you are still in love, you need to win her back.
Yeah.
So you speak to her, speak to the parents, the family. You might not have to go alone, like Daniel said. You might need some people to go with you, respected people to go with you. And I think it would work.
Well, thank you very much.
It won't be easy, though.
No, thank you very much, guys. So we're just having to wrap up today, and thank you very much for joining us on 92.7 FM. And I was your host, Ananya Kofi, Mr. Mood, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
So I'm stuck with you forever and ever. My day away, I doubt this I saw. Yes, I'm here, not you. Yet you ain't